I don't usually do this. Well, you can see I'm in my costume, right? So this is the beginning of our next Chasing Trains adventure. And I'm here at the Warm Springs BART station. It just opened within the past, I don't know, couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And I'm meeting our guest celebrity here today, who's coming down on the train. Here's our guest celebrity.
You trying to catch me with my penguins down?
Here's the guest celebrity I was telling you about.
Guest Fulmer Maniac.
I was just telling our audience that we had a guest celebrity coming, but I wouldn't tell them who it was. So
I'm in costume.
You
can't recognize me.
I have my, listen, I have my disguise on already.
I have one important question for you. Have you had your coffee yet?
I had coffee this morning, so.
I can tell you're happy, John.
Yeah,
you're happy not John.
Yes. Let's hit the road. Hi.
Hi.
Do you still not like waking up early?
No.
As you all know, I can't go anywhere until I have my costume on. So now I'm ready.
Dark, John.
Well, and you know the old joke, I can't even see you.
That's probably a good thing.
I wonder if you can even see me when I did that. I have my costume on. Your droids, they'll have to wait outside. So I'm not sure what happened here, but we went inside and just stood there for like, what, three to 5 minutes? Just no one even looked at us or acknowledged we were there. It's not obvious whether you're supposed to seat yourself or wait or what.
Nobody said anything, didn't say hi, how are you? Just pick a table or anything.
Nothing. So
we're going somewhere else.
And it's too bad too, because Mike really wanted to get his picture with the little chef outside, because he has a weird fetish for mascots at diners.
No, it's because I pay attention to all the TSG videos, and I know that Mike Armstrong's afraid of the Denny's mascot.
Well, he had every reason to be. That thing was creepy. Creepy
So
as hell.
was this guy.
We opted for a place that we know about. This is Black Bear Diner. We've been here before, not to this one, but we know what this is, right?
Right.
And the interesting thing was that they even came up and said hi to us when we walked in. So now Mike's noticing that they have train-related stuff on their menu.
It's ambrosia.
We finally got some coffee.
It's the juice of life. The nectar of the gods. Did you enjoy your breakfast?
Yeah, sure. What should I say?
Did you enjoy your breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. And the good thing is we didn't go to that place where they ignored us.
No.
So I'm not sure what was going on there, but the place was reviewed really well on Yelp, but whatever. So we're off to Tehachapi now, or Bakersfield, I suppose. Next thing will be, well, I guess we'll find out. It's an adventure.
Yep.
We're goofing off. Right?
Chasing trains.
Yeah, that too. Oh, there's something you don't see every day. A plumber on a motorcycle.
Thank goodness.
There's something you wouldn't want to see every day.
I don't want to see it now.
I bet the guy feels nice and cool. Mike's really getting into this. Look at him.
Non-stop excitement.
Yeah. So we found the BNSF yard in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Was it exciting?
No special.
When the slack was taken out of these cars a second ago, I felt the ground shake.
Yeah. It seems to be typical in a lot of urban areas that there's all these yards, but it's really hard to find places to access.
Yeah.
So everything's fenced or behind property or something, you know, and it's really hard to get to.
One of the things that we wanted to come out here for is because last year we were in Tehachapi, as a lot of you already know, and so we got enough footage last time of stuff east of Bakersfield, I guess, that we could probably make a pretty good video of it. Well, we didn't get much or any video out here in Bakersfield. So we wanted to come out here and get some footage in Bakersfield and just east of Bakersfield and a few other shots, you know, up the line to sort of round out the footage that we do have so that we can put out a real release about Tehachapi, so, you know, commercial release. So got a good shot of a train coming into the yard, the UP yard here in Bakersfield, and we're on Edison Highway now going east. So we should be able to get out to places like Sandcut and some places up the pass a little bit to get the rest of the shots that we're looking for. So part of the mission is already accomplished, and we just got here.
Yep, that's what we came for.
Yeah, and it's the first time Mike's ever seen a train. What did you think of the big train, Mike?
It was really slow and boring, but it worked.
Yeah?
No, I'm kidding. It was. It's actually pretty interesting to be out here and to see, even though it's. I'm not so much a modern day rail fan most of the time. I rail fan more kind of in a museum setting, you know, like Railtown and Niles Canyon Railway, things, you know, from like the 30s or the 40s, around that time period. But it's still interesting because I don't normally do this to come out here and see the action.
Yeah.
You know, because someday maybe this would be in a museum setting. You don't know.
Yeah.
So
looks like we might have another train headed our way up here.
I'm thinking that.
So we're gonna pull over.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna pull over again and see what it is. Woohoo! Chasing trains. It looks like this one's gonna just stop here too.
Yeah, I think it's on the same track as the other one. It looks like it went right up to the end of the other one and stopped. So they're waiting for something, obviously.
This is what Happy Dan looks like.
What?
Happy Dan.
Oh.
There's a train. We have a new chasing trains record.
Yeah.
We've seen, you know, 3 or 4 trains in the first 20 minutes of being here, you know, half hour or whatever.
Yeah, however long it's been. Not very long.
Hasn't been long at all.
Yeah.
So
we got to Bakersfield and they opened the gate.
Well, so we're going to try to head up the line some more and get some more of these shots that we're trying to get. So let's hit the road.
Okay.
Jack Daniel. I got a new nickname for Dan.
No,
Jack Daniel. We're coming down from Tunnel 2 now, and I think we're going to try to beat this train up to Wailong to try to get it on Tehachapi Loop. So we'll get up there as fast as we can. Should be able to beat it, I think. But it got here faster than I thought, so who knows.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. We'll be giving it a shot. What do you think so far, Mike? You haven't been here. Was this pretty cool or what?
Yeah. As I said, I'm not a huge present-day rail fan. Like I said, I do a lot of vintage, you know, equipment, rail fanning. But it's really cool to be in an area. I mean, this place is, you know, incredibly famous in the rail fan community, and to see something that has, for the most part, remained unchanged in the last 100 years or more. You know, to see
There's something.
although the trains change, the scenery stays the same, and the shots out here are really great, so it's really cool to see.
Yeah. What'd you think, Dan? I thought that the catch at Tunnel 2 was better this time, like the lighting.
I did too. I was happy. I wasn't really happy with what I got last time.
Yeah.
My shots that I got there weren't that great, I didn't think. This time I think I got a better shot.
All right.
There's a wrecked tank car.
Yeah,
we're
we're
bringing back.
coming down into Caliente here, so we'll be back. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter when it is. None of that matters. You always, always, always get stuck behind something slow, no matter what. This is one of the reasons why I get a real laugh out of television commercials that advertise cars with hundreds and hundreds of horsepower and all this fancy stuff for the tough guys. You're only as fast as the person in front of you. You probably can't even hear me because the wind is brutal up here. But we followed that intermodal train up the hill, and we're hoping to get it going around Tehachapi Loop. So I'll turn the camera around. You can see where we are. The light is really nice. So the video will look good. I don't know if it'll sound any good, but the lighting and everything else will look very nice here. So, and it's very windy and it almost seems like it's going to start pouring down rain. I sure hope that doesn't happen. But let's see what we get. We're chasing trains. What do you think, Dan? It's awfully windy up here.
It's windy and cold. Yeah. I'm hoping it doesn't rain on us.
Got more tripods than you got hand warmers.
I'm hoping there's not too much wind to use this video.
Yeah.
Because it's really bad. just when that train we were just watching was finishing coming through, another one's coming from down the hill there, and Dan just came from the top of the hill and told me there's a UP train coming from the other direction this way. So one of them probably going to take the siding down here at Waylong, and yeah, we'll see what we get. This is more trains than we saw up here last time we were here, so should be good. Chasing trains, yeah. We got enough at the loop now, I think.
Probably, yeah.
That was a lot of good action there.
Yeah, unless we want to come back if it's sunny tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think of your first time on Tehachapi Loop?
It's neat. I'm kind of consistent with the people of my generation where I don't like to wait too long in any one place. So when we got here, you know, we had action within the first 15 minutes, and it was non-stop from there until right now. So I'm pretty happy.
Welcome to Tehachapi. That's where we are now. And we were here almost exactly a year ago on our last trip. And yeah, that's kind of cool to be back. I liked it up here when we came out here last time. Dan always finds these places somehow. This is the first. Yeah, look at Mike. His moping tells the story.
I bought nothing.
I can't believe it. It's like a miracle or something. Dan went into a train shop and bought nothing.
Yep.
But you're still smiling though.
Yeah.
Is it like the first step in the 12-step process?
No. They just didn't have anything I wanted.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't know if you can tell, but it is really windy out there.
Yeah, like it's hard to stand up windy.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I've been in wind like that. It's kind of deceptive because the brush and it's all low, right? So it doesn't blow around like what you'd expect, trees or whatever. You could see that. But oh, it's windy. Whew. This is Decatur Avenue.
Avenue.
I think Avenue, yeah.
City street.
Sounds very metropolitan, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's not even a dirt road, it's like a grass road or something. And according to the phone, there's a grade crossing right up here. I don't see a grade crossing though.
Grade crossing.
Maybe a private road crossing.
This looks like a good spot to turn around. So
there's a nothing crossing.
Put the truck in a spot where we can shoot out the window.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot this next train out the window. The alarm just stopped trying to wake Dan up. I guess he gives up after 15 minutes. He's still sleeping. Hey Dan!
Huh?
It's not Denny's.
I see. This is not Denny's.
Yeah, maybe we'll be a little healthier this time.
Yeah.
This guy, all he wants to do is go to Denny's.
Yeah, what's the deal, man? We're breaking tradition just a little too much. I mean, one day maybe, but 2 days? We can't keep doing this. we need to have Denny's tomorrow.
Maybe we'll have Denny's when we go up to our next stop on this trip. I'd hate to disappoint you, Mike. You know?
I'm just, as a loyal TSG fan, when I come on trips with you guys, I expect to go to Denny's.
Well, we went last time.
Dan is not happy.
Yeah, Dan's not happy with these blue containers and stuff. What is this?
It's fake. Thank you. It's if I put cream in my coffee, I want it to be real cream. I don't want it to be some fake nonsense. Yeah.
Substitute.
Dan, I think Dan's racist against French people.
No, I'm
Gets it from your cat.
Artificial milk.
I mean, I don't even think there's anything milk about this. I think it's just like white chemicals.
What is it? You know,
it's like
where did
lime.
it come from? I don't want to eat it.
We're over here. We just ate our breakfast and we ran into somebody. This is Bob Lacey. He makes
Trees.
He makes
LongShadowsModelTrees.com. Go there.
Right. He makes model trees. We actually reviewed his trees on our product reviews a couple of times, and he lives up here, so he's going to show us around today.
Yeah. I'm gonna take him out and get him arrested somehow.
And I make models. I make custom models, but I don't sell them.
Yeah. Hey, Dan makes custom models. You can buy his for $15,000.
Yeah, right.
Or $11,000. I forgot
It's like
now.
$8,500 or something.
This seems sort of vaguely familiar, going down these little dirt roads and not knowing where we're going. Oh, and there's a bridge up there.
Yeah. So
See?
But you got your tour guide with you. You know.
Yeah. Do we go up or do we go down? Uh-huh. See, this is the benefit. Oh, wow. Hey, how about that? This is the benefit of having a local going along with a chasing trains trip.
Local.
Right? A loco?
Local boy.
A loco.
Local nut for town.
So apparently Bob knows these Backroads Bob. Hey, I just got the name for you, Bob. It's Backroad Bob.
That's my chasing train name, huh?
Yeah. Another guest celebrity. But yeah, look at this.
Now, this bridge
That'll be a cool shot.
This bridge here, they replaced it a few years back. Yeah, just pull over here.
So we've been waiting here at Rowan for a little while. I guess the story is that there was a train coming up the hill and one of the units died. So yeah, so Dan heard some talking on the scanner. They were going to move the train back down to Bealville and set it out on a siding there, probably until they can get another locomotive to come up from Bakersfield, or until they determine they will still make it. So once the track is cleared by putting that train on the siding, they're supposed to be bringing some more stuff through. One of Bob's friends came by who works for UP and kind of also verified that in a way, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what he said, yeah.
Until he says, I can shut it down.
Yeah, well, hopefully he won't shut it down. So we'll probably be back with whatever next train comes through. Dan said that the lights down there facing the direction behind the camera here were red. So I'm expecting something to come from behind the camera here. So I got the other camera set up looking at this nice bridge. I'm being told by our local guide that there's a dragon face in the rocks there. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, if you look at that rock right there, you'll see the dragon face. Now a lot of you will see it. If you start over here on the left side, you'll see the nose, the hole is the nostril, and then right below that is the mouth, and then right across right from the mouth is the eyebrow and the eye and the rest of the body. You know, it's with the weathering coming down, we could say. But that's what we call the dragon in the mountain.
Okay.
The rock dragon,
Right.
they used to call it too.
So if you see this, make a comment in the sections on this Chasing Trains video, because I'm looking at it and I just, my imagination's not that good, I guess, because I don't see it.
All they're going to say is, the guy's a fool.
Yeah, we'll have a poll. Put yes if you think Bob is crazy and no if you think he's all right.
Yeah.
Bob needs to get cut out. We're taking him back to his car in Tehachapi, and then we're gonna head down toward Bakersfield and see what we can find down there train wise.
Yeah.
So
It's been, like I say, it's been fun, guys. Enjoyed it. Had a good time.
yeah, thanks for coming. I think we got some shots that we probably wouldn't have tried to get otherwise because we didn't know where the turnouts were and
that
stuff.
was cool.
Right? Yeah.
I'm glad I could show you where, you know, some stuff is. Now you know next time.
Yeah.
So don't bug me.
All right. God. You see what kind of crap we have to put up with these people? If you want to be a guest celebrity on Chasing Trains, be a nice one. We came back down the hill and we're at a place now called Sandcut, and we've been waiting. There was a tank train just this direction, just sitting there, and it just started moving. And then behind me here, there's another train coming up from Bakersfield. We know for sure that there are some trains up on the hill because we saw them earlier at the other place we were at that was east of Tehachapi. So they've been stuck up on the hill pretty much all day. I think the next one that we should see through here is a UP train, assuming that it didn't get stuck on one of the sidings up there, you know, with some issue or maybe for some higher priority trains. But yeah, as soon as we get that next train through here, headed toward Bakersfield, I think we'll be done here. So, and there are bees everywhere. It's pretty quiet and peaceful out here, but this road that we came up here on is all full of trash and debris. And the really weird thing is that there have been people coming up here to scrounge around the trash, and I don't quite understand that. I can understand if they wanted to come up here and clean this place up, but looking for something worth taking in a pile of rubbish that a bunch of other people dumped up here illegally seems strange to me. There's Dan way out there. Guess what he's doing? You guessed it. Chasing trains. Or, well, filming a train. This is the one we've been waiting for, so here it comes.
We just got done filming 3 trains at Sandcut. 1 northbound UP and 2 eastbound BNSF. Yes, apparently that is the correct term for Union Pacific, northbound. So anyway, we're pretty much got what we wanted. Now we're waiting on Dan. And there were a couple of trains coming down to Bakersfield from Tehachapi Loop as we came down this way. So there should be another train coming toward Bakersfield, but I'm good. I got the shot that I wanted, and I know John did, so I don't know if there's...
Yeah, I got the shot I was looking for.
Much more to stay here for.
Yeah, let me see. I think Dan might be coming. Let me look down there. Oh, no, he doesn't look like he's moving at all.
I think he's hearing us talking about him and thinks maybe I should be there in case they badmouth me.
Do you think his ears are burning? Here's some of that wonderful trash I was talking about earlier. Do people come out here to pick through this crap? Why? What's there? I mean, it's just, it's such rubbishy, garbagey crap. I can't imagine why anybody would want to even look through it.
One person's trash is another person's crappy treasure.
I guess so. Did you like your shots here, Dan?
Yeah. I didn't like driving through the trash pile because it was...
The trash pile?
Yeah, because it was kind of close to the truck.
Oh. We could get tetanus driving through the...
I don't want to get scratches, you know?
That's how you get tetanus. Hi. I've never seen that before. And we've been in some pretty hot places. I've never seen an air conditioner on the side of one of these things.
Probably to keep the whatever's in there from overheating or something.
Yeah. Well, right.
Or to keep the person from being punished from dying from heat stroke.
Yeah, well...
You want a little jail.
Maybe you should knock on the door and see if anyone's in there.
Yeah.
Here, let's I'm kind of curious now. Maybe somebody's in here. Come on out. We won't hurt you. No, there's no one in there.
Maybe they're already dead.
You think they died already?
They might have died of dehydration.
Yeah, but they have an air conditioner. It doesn't get that hot.
Yeah, air conditioner is not a source of water.
Oh. Oh well.
Oh well.
Dan, I'm a little bit worried about Mike.
You think, yeah, why?
Yeah, he's been kind of cranky for a while.
Oh.
What's making you cranky, Mike?
We've been talking about getting pizza for the last 4 hours, and we're still driving to see places that have no potential of trains showing up.
Oh, they have plenty of potential, but we're not going to sit here and film them.
No, we're not gonna wait for them either.
So you're cranky because you have no pizza?
No pizza and no trains.
Is that kind of like being cranky because you don't have any coffee?
Yes.
Dan's laughing, but you have to pay attention because look at this road we're on.
Yeah, I don't want to. No, this is not a road to screw around on. That's for sure.
Yeah, quit messing around, man.
This is Caliente Bodfish Road, which well, eventually takes you to Caliente. And I don't know what the heck bodfish is, but anyway.
Bodfish is like codfish, but with a B. Someone was a little bit confused when they made it up.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
There's one piece of cheese pizza or cheese bread left. Dan won't eat it.
I'm full.
Mike won't eat it. I'm too full.
No, you're not. You're still talking. You're not full enough. When you're passed out, then you're too full.
It's hard to even bend over like this to show what it looks like on the table because my gut is so full right now.
Have you ever seen that movie, The Great Outdoors, where he was too full to keep going, but he persevered and then threw up after? Take one for the team. Take one for the team.
I'm gonna eat this, and if I barf on the way back to the hotel, I'm gonna take a picture of it.
We tried.
Well,
you were tempted.
I did it. It's the last bite. Going down the hatch. The only question is, will I be able to walk on the way back to the hotel?
I don't think you will. No, it wasn't the last bite.
This is the last bite. Should I do it? It'd be a shame to waste it now, wouldn't it? We were invited yesterday to go to Bob's house. He has a layout, an N-scale layout. And so we're going to head over to his place real quick. We got a bunch of stuff on our list to do today, but we figured we'd drop by his house on the way out of town. Did you say that you have a name for your railroad?
Yeah, it's the Waidae UP Railroad.
Waidae UP.
Yeah, Waidae UP Railroad. It's on YouTube, just under Waidae 1956. And
For those people wondering, that's WIDI, right?
WIDI 1956.
For Chasing Trains, we're going to have the world's shortest layout tour in Bob's layout.
I might be able to get rid of it. So this is my layout. It's in a 11 by 10 room I built in my garage, and it's a two-level railroad, and it's N scale. And all the trees, of course, I made the trees, Long Shadows Model, trees.com. Remember that name when you need trees, and all the rock carvings and everything. All the rock carvings are all foam. This is a freelance railroad. It goes from the town of Waidae down to the town of Gavin, which is lit up over here. The part over here behind what you're looking at is going to be kind of a mountain there, the lift-out mountain, so I can get to that switch in the back. And I do everything. Like I said, this is a work in progress. I started this in 2011. And I just slowly been working on it.
Yep. It seems like most layouts are works in progress.
Well, like I tell everybody, if your layout's done, you're dead.
Yeah, everybody has a different approach, you know?
Yeah.
Some guys set out to do a specific thing and they actually can finish. Yeah. But I think most people have the approach that you have, which is it's always, you know, you're always going to be working on it forever.
Well, a lot of guys will, you know, I mean, they'll rip stuff out and stuff like that. I haven't really ripped anything out. I'm thinking about taking this hill out here and doing more of a better rock face on it.
When you built this, I have a question. When you built this, did you draw it out first, or did you just kind of? Did you?
It's right there on the wall.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice.
Yeah, I kind of made it. I just not really followed the plan, but you know, I mean, when you find out when you draft something and you go to build it, it may be not to scale.
Right.
This is the town of Waidae. It starts over there at the foam part, the foam prairie. There's a gas station, truck stop I'm going to put in there, and because my other love is trucks, and my other love is model cars too down there, especially the graffiti series. And so we got the mill, and I even got the little Pizza Hut. And this is cool. And this is Swaggerty Sausage Plant here. This is dedicated to my friend Steve DeHart. He's a Banjo 4559. Everybody knows him. And then you go to the town, and that's the cop chasing the snowman. And this is the town over here of Gavin.
Yeah, I like the police car. It's pretty cool.
John Howard did a really good job. I don't know how he got all that in there, but he did. And then I have my town and another little gas station there, and there's a hardware store, and that's going to be a grocery store over there. And this is my Gas Monkey garage. If you look, you see all my hot rods in there. My little 32 Ford and a 58 Chevy.
I like all the lighting effects.
I like it, yeah. That's what I like to do. I like to do work with LEDs, with the lighting. It's a fun railroad to run. I spend hours out here if I'm not working on trees, or if the wife's got me doing something else. So.
Well, that's kind of the point, right?
Since I'm retired, yeah, I got a honey-do list, but it's never going to get done, I don't think. I just want to say I enjoyed what you guys were yesterday on the taking you guys out and showing you some stuff. You know, I mean,
I think we all had fun.
I'm going to say that you know, watch their channel. It's a good channel. I always watch it.
Well, we know this is true.
Yeah.
We have a couple examples, 3 examples of it within 2 feet of me.
But this is how it is. It's a plant that grows around here in Tehachapi, a weed. And then, of course, when I get done with it, I just wrap them together.
So it's wrapped at the base there?
Yeah, it's wrapped at the base. I just use wire, just recycle wire. After they're done, I'll use a caulking. And then after the caulking dries, I'll paint them with regular Rust-Oleum paint or whatever. And then I use a wash on them, an alcohol-based wash. And that's what brings out the characters of the trunk.
You can't beat the price either, so you know, this would be a good place to go for good trees.
Yeah.
It's such a small room, but he's done quite a bit with it, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'm usually not one for N scale because personally I feel like it's hard to get a lot of, you know, because I'm a prototype modeler, I feel it's hard to get a lot of detail in N scale, but I forget that it's still a hobby and it's a lot of fun to play with. So
yeah, even if you're just doing freelance stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the things that I want out of N scale are different than the things I expect out of HO scale.
Yeah.
So I don't quite have the same
expectation.
Yeah. So it's just a different thing.
Yeah.
Same with G.
Yeah,
you know?
I could totally see getting into N scale because it's so small and you can fit so much into such a small space.
Yeah.
It looks like we got more tripods than we got people.
Well, we got some footage of a San Joaquin coming in at the Amtrak station.
Right.
So now we're going to head out and start heading up to Sonora.
We stopped by the BNSF yard out here in Bakersfield because I was trying to find a patched BN green SD40-2 that I thought had months ago been switching right next to my house in Pittsburgh. I was trying to see if I could spot it and see if it was the same one, but we couldn't find it. So now we're heading back up north. We're going to go up J59 along what was once the Yosemite Valley Railroad. I figured since these guys went and did a layout tour on Jack Burgess's YV layout that we would stop and see what's left of the real thing, which really isn't much, but it's one thing to see a model of a prototype railroad, and it's another thing to see where it actually ran in real life, so kind of put 2 and 2 together.
I think that's a building that if you made a copy of it and put it on a model railroad, people would think it was fake.
Oh, right. Like, what's that supposed to be?
Yeah, that looks stupid.
Well, so there's the evidence, all you critics, in case you want to criticize Dan for having this on his layout someday. Right. Plus, I got footage of it now, so you can have some prototype reference material.
Right.
What the hell?
It is weird. It's like a fascia built up above the roof of the building. Zipper galore. There goes another zipper. Oh, now the truck. Oh, look at this. That's just great.
these people out here drive stupid.
So you got that guy. You count him?
That was just someone with a death wish, you know. I don't know what you call that. That's just stupid. My God, I mean, could you be more hazardous to yourself than that?
Yeah, apparently you could, because there he goes.
Doesn't that seem like a strange way to transport a couch?
Yeah.
Or love seat, whatever it is.
Seems like you don't need a whole trailer just for that.
Yeah, what was that?
More stuff in it.
It looked like a bunch of junk and then a couch on the end.
Yeah.
What would be even funnier is if someone was sitting on it, just hanging out, chilling, having a beer. This ambulance passed us, or a while back when we came onto this road, and I've been wondering as we drove up this way what was going on.
It's gonna be a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay? It's gonna be a few minutes.
Looks like some motorcycles up there, and one wonders how this car got turned or on the wrong side of the road. They're working on people on the ground over there, and it looks almost like that fence got demolished by something. So it looks like they're loading someone onto the helicopter. Look at these guys. They look like they work on the Death Star. Oh, one of them's a woman.
No, they look like space balls.
They do. They look like, what's his name? Rick, what was that guy's name? On Spaceballs with the gigantic Darth Vader helmet? That doesn't look too good.
It's got breathing apparatus on or something.
Yeah. So we went to Twain Harte to a layout for someone that Mike knows, and we're going to shoot it tomorrow. So we're finally getting to sleep. It's about 10 or a little after 10.
We had fun, but now we're tired.
Yeah, I'm ready to squeeze in some sleep.
So
So
see you in the morning.
Squeeze you later.
It's not dirty.
I know. This is what happens when you're running around all day with us.
Yeah, you get sweaty and stinky and foamy.
And then there's Dan doing what he does best. Looking at his damn train pictures on his computer all night.
You know, that's what he's been doing every day this trip.
I know, that's what he does.
I mean, we're all kind of train people here, but Dan takes the cake. we spend all day looking at trains, smelling trains, running from trains.
Trying to find trains, right?
And Dan comes back to the motel and looks at more pictures of trains.
Well, he did say once that if trains were... Wait, how did he go? Something about if you don't do drugs, but if you had a drug, it would be trains? Is that what it was?
I don't remember.
Something like that. In other words...
It's as good as drugs because if you do either, you're broke.
Oh, right. So, but that's not really what I got on this video to talk about. Came in here to go take care of some business in here. No, not that kind of business. I was actually going to just brush my teeth. But look what's in here. There's a coffee machine in the bathroom. What do you need a coffee machine in the bathroom for? It's like at the other place we were at. It was the same one we stayed at last year when we went to Tehachapi, and I mentioned it on a podcast. There was a phone in the bathroom. Like, what are you supposed to do? Call your mom when you're constipated or something? I don't get it. Or, come rescue me. I've just blown up the toilet. Right? But I don't understand why you put a coffee pot in the bathroom unless, are you supposed to fill it with toilet water? Or, oh, I know why. Because there's a sink in the bathroom, and that's where the water... Okay, that makes some sense. There's a sink in the bathroom, and that's you're supposed to put the water from the sink.
It took you till just now to realize
It
that.
did. I don't, you know, whatever. I don't think of these things. Anyway, good night.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good night, world. It's time to turn the camera off today. That's the mystery hat.
It's not mine. It even looks like it's. Well, it doesn't look really new, but
It looks like a lady's hat, doesn't it? It's kind of small.
yeah, I wouldn't wear it. But
We're still trying to figure out where it came from.
yeah, that's perplexing. Like, you sure you didn't have any guest riders in the car?
I didn't. I don't drive this car. This is Dan's car. We don't know where it came
like,
from.
Don't you remember if there was anyone funny looking?
Only
Well,
you.
Well, it's not mine, so I don't count.
Oh. Well, you're the only funny looking one riding. I mean, maybe besides me. But
Let's try that again.
You know how much we love waking up early, especially this guy. But here we are.
You gotta be kidding me with this.
It's monotone Dan in the flesh.
You suck.
Yeah. See, let's see. Dan, can you give us a quote?
You suck?
Monotone Dan?
I don't, you suck?
This is Daniel Corda passing, and we're driving Highway 108 to Twain Hart. You suck.
You get 3 out of 10 spikes. I'm gonna give the sunrise 8 out of 10 spikes, but I'm gonna give waking up early 2 out of 10 spikes.
I agree.
Every review is biased in some way.
My reviews are biased against crap.
No, there's nothing wrong with the car. Everywhere we go, Dan, there's a slow truck in front of us.
Yeah.
We're kind of in a hurry, you jerk.
Yeah,
Fortunately, there's no way to pass them right here.
yeah. Double solids.
Yeah.
So instead of coming on in the car to explain what happened to Mike, why don't you explain it?
Well, we came up to see John Zock's Sierra Railroad layout, and it just so happens that John is going to a meeting for our annual Sierra Railway seminar with a couple of other friends of mine, and one of them lives down closer to where I live, closer than where
we
John
live.
and Dan live.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what, I'll see if it's alright if I go home with him. So I'm going to be taking off here. So they didn't kill me. They didn't leave me out in the desert to die, thankfully.
We almost did, though.
Yeah, it was very tempting.
He almost fell down a thing up on wherever we were up at Tehachapi Pass.
I'm really good at pissing people off. So, well, this is where I take off, so I'll see you all maybe next time. We'll have more adventures.
What do you think?
I think it's time to get rid of him.
Yeah. Okay, get lost. Get out of my lawn, you whippersnapper. We're coming up to this grade crossing up here. You can probably hear it. I know I can hear it in real life. And it looks like something should be going through, but the gates are up. And there's nothing happening though. So, a little malfunction perhaps? This is a UP line along Highway 120.
This gate is down.
Oh, the gate's down on the one. Oh, I see. So people have to go around. I see what they're doing. They're going around and making a left turn to get to the right turn over there. Yeah, I see what's going on. But yeah, there's nothing here. This line isn't even really used much at all. I think they might run something on it, you know, once a week or once a month or something like that. But you'll see as we come up here, there's nothing anywhere. We just drove on all the points east of this, and that's what's west. Absolutely nothing. There goes my lens cap again. We just had a train alert. There's a UP train coming over Altamont Pass, and we're gonna try to beat it to Greenville Bridge, which is just on the other side of the pass. Shouldn't be hard to beat it. So I guess we're not done chasing trains yet, Dan.
Well,
not yet. Was it worth stopping?
yeah.
I got a good shot down here.
I think I got a couple of good shots up there too. It's a little scary climbing up and down the loose rocks that were kind of the stairway to get up there.
And in case anybody's wondering, up there is up there. I saw Dan hanging out by that telephone pole up there, or somewhere very close to it. All right, so it turns out that was our last train.
Yeah.
So
For now.
No, that well, right, yeah. For now,
For this trip.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's the last train ever, Dan. So yeah, good trip though. We got everything we wanted to get, you know, that we set out to get in Tehachapi area, and got to do a layout tour as well. So it was a lot like the, in a way, it was a lot like the trip to San Diego.
Yeah.
Because that was also chasing trains with the layout tours mixed in. So we are done, and we'll see you on the next episode of Chasing. Well, we'll probably see you on the next podcast first, but we're also going to see you on the next episode of Chasing Trains. Catch you then, and I'll have my costume ready. Zipper!